Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you guys a video today to talk about Nike ID. You guys have been asking me to Nike ID a pair of shoes for quite a while now, so today I finally decided to make a design, submitted my order, and should have my customized shoe here in 4 to 6 weeks, which I will show you when it comes in. So with this video today, my goal is to kind of show you how Nike ID works, show you my final design so you guys can judge and criticize it. I think it's pretty cool, but I'd be very curious to hear what you guys think. And then of course, like I said, in 4 to 6 weeks, I'll have it here for you. I'll do an unboxing, and you'll get to see the final product as far as the overall quality and colors of the Nike ID shoe in comparison to just the regular retail models. As far as Nike ID as a service goes, if you don't know what it is, it's basically Nike's way of allowing you to customize the colors on any given model that they have on Nike ID. So in this case, I customized a pair of Nike Mercurial Vapor 9s. They have all kinds of different models, either for soccer, basketball, running, training, all kinds of different shoes available on Nike ID, as well as clothing and other accessories that you can basically choose the colors that you want, put your own kind of ID on it as far as your name and number, even logos if you want, and basically they'll make that for you. It takes a little bit longer, 4 to 6 weeks, and they ship it to you and you have your customized product. Also keep in mind that there is a premium for this service. It's basically like $30 or $40. It could be a little bit more depending on the shoe itself, above the retail price, so it is a little bit expensive, but if you want the custom colors, it is pretty much the only way to do that, and it's cool that Nike does offer this service. So that's pretty much it as far as me talking, and we'll move on to the shoe that I customized so you can get a good look at it. Alright, here's a look at the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 customization page. You can see it starts you off with a couple different colorway options already made up. You can kind of start with one of those and just design your way from there, or you can start completely with a blank shoe, which is what we're going to do today. First thing you want to do is select your size. So I am a men's size 9 US. Done. And then you do have a couple different options as far as your stud pattern. You can choose either between firm ground or SG Pro. AG is currently not an option on Nike ID. I don't know if that's going to change in the future, but for right now you only have these two options. I'm going to choose firm ground for my pair. The next color option you do have is the plate base, which is the plastic part that sits over top of the glass fiber sole plate. So you can choose either between black or white. Both look really good, but I personally prefer the look of the white. Matches my colorway a little bit better. And then you do have a sock liner or insole cushioning preference. You can either choose cushioned or responsive. Responsive implies a more minimalistic, a lot thinner insole, which I believe is what you currently get in the retail versions of the MV9. So I'm going to click cushioned, not only because I would prefer a more cushioned insole, but I'm curious to see what it is, and we will get to see what it is when the shoes do arrive in a couple of weeks. The next option is the base, or the main upper itself. This not only implies the color, but of course the finish on the outside, because they do give you the option to choose between the speed control dimpling or the leather grain finish like we see currently on the metallic platinum colorway. So if you click leather grain, you can see you have white, metallic platinum, or black. And I really went back and forth contemplating whether or not I should just do a blackout or a whiteout. I thought both of them would be really, really cool. But at the end of the day, I decided to do something a little bit more original. So I went for the speed control dimpled version of the upper, because you have quite a few more different options as far as customizing the colorway of the shoe. So you can see there are some very cool colorways available. You have that retro color, you have Varsity Royal, Varsity Red, Fireberry, the metallic copper, pearl white, and then the one color that I went for, which is metallic pewter. And I realize it doesn't look like much on screen right now. It looks like a very dull gray, almost with a slightly brown tinge to it. But metallic pewter is something that Nike has been using for a while now. It's a color that actually is like a metallic silver or chrome, and I'm hoping that's what it's going to look like in person. And what leads me to believe that it is actually a chrome color is because if you click on metallic copper, this is one of the colors used on the front half of the Sunset colorway of the Vapor. And if you've ever seen that shoe in person, that is very, very shiny. It's definitely a metallic copper, and it doesn't look metallic in this particular program. So I have to assume that metallic pewter is going to be the same way in person. Hopefully it will have that chrome finish. Of course, we will see when the shoes do arrive. With the speed control colors, or upper, you do have the option to put a fade in there as well, just like the retail versions. You can choose for it to fade to black or to white. I personally like the look of the fade to white, so that's what I'm going to select. The next customization option is the color of the logo of this Nike logo here on the instep. You have all kinds of different colorway options: tour yellow, electric green, bright crimson, very familiar colorways to the Vapor series, but I'm going to go for this brand new glow effect, and that means exactly as it sounds. It glows in the dark. So you can see that's what it would look like when the thing is glowing, when the logo is glowing. And then if you uncheck this box, it'll show you what it looks like when the shoe is not glowing. So when you're in the daylight, it kind of looks like a mint color, like a slightly off-white with a green tinge to it, which I think looks pretty cool as well. But I'm going to leave the glow effect on so you can see what it looks like a little bit better. I really wanted to make a glow-in-the-dark shoe, which I think is going to look pretty cool once the shoe does arrive. And I'm very curious to see how strong that glow effect will end up being. The next option you have is, of course, the swoosh itself. Again, all kinds of different options. Black looks really good in my opinion, but again, I decided to go for that glow-in-the-dark swoosh because I just think it looks really cool. And then the laces, again, all kinds of different colorways. And you can choose glow-in-the-dark laces as well, which is what I chose to do. So I'm going to have a glow-in-the-dark swoosh, glow-in-the-dark laces, and of course a glow-in-the-dark Nike logo here on the back. So those are going to be the glow-in-the-dark elements on my particular colorway. The next option you have here is the liner, which as you guys can see, there's not too many options there. I thought black looked pretty good, but I'm going to go for the white once again, just because it matches that back half of the shoe a little bit better. And then the next two options you have are more about customization, other than changing the colorway, but there are some kind of little tweaks that you can do. You can just choose to have the Mercurial logo, as you guys can see there, and you could do glow in the dark again there, which I thought was pretty cool, but I thought it'd be better to do an actual ID, so I punched in SR4U. And then I changed that to black. And when you change that color, it actually changes the color that you see here on the tongue. So the ACC logo, as well as the Nike swoosh, ends up changing to black as well, which kind of matches the ID. It looks a little bit better in my opinion, and it's just a very small accent color that makes a big difference as far as the overall look of the colorway itself, which I think it looks pretty good. And then the last thing you have is the actual number on the top above the name there. So you can choose to have it blank, which I thought was kind of boring. So I decided to put a number. My number that I like to wear is number 8. So I chose to have that on there, and again in black, just to match the SR4U logo. So that's pretty much it as far as my Nike ID, Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. That should be showing up in the next couple of weeks. Well, 4 to 6 weeks, I should say. So if you do want to see this, I will be getting it in. I will be doing an unboxing. I'll show you how the glow-in-the-dark effect looks. You'll see how the metallic pewter colorway looks, and I'll also be comparing the Nike ID version of the MV9 to the retail version and see if the quality is in fact the same. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on the video, and if you do have any questions regarding this particular shoe, feel free to leave a comment down below. Again, let me know your thoughts on my colorway. Did I do a good job, or would you have done something differently? Let me know down below in the comments. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.